Becoming a professional photographer involves more than just learning the fundamentals. The best photographers in the world are able to find beauty and express it through their photography. Welcome to Shutterspeed Photography Challenge.
Everybody here is so unique and diverse, and they're really amazing at what they do.
A show where photographers compete to earn their place amongst the masters.
Looking forward to seeing how close I can get to it.
I've never done this before, so this is going to be really exciting.
Out of 6 contestants, only 1 will walk away with the grand prize.
I am determined to win, and I'm going to do whatever I can to get to the end.
A free spot on Mark Hemmings and James Wilson's San Miguel Photo Workshop in beautiful Mexico.
I'm Mark Hemmings, and this is Shutterspeed Photography Challenge. Photographers, you made it to the next challenge. Congratulations. As you've probably already guessed, based on the stunning location that we're in, today's challenge is all about architectural photography. Now, architectural photography is more than just creating a photo to sell a house. A good architecturally designed building or home is a work of art in its own right. Capturing your photos in the right light and at the right angle is paramount. I am very pleased today to announce our guest evaluator, Nilton Lim. Now, Nilton is a great architectural photographer and also a licensed architect.
We'll be evaluating you today on how well you capture either inside or outside the house.
In the end, you'll be presenting to us only your best single photo.
You have 1 hour to take your photos, edit them, and present them to us.
And the winner of today's challenge will be named Best Architectural Photographer.
The photographer who fails this challenge will ask to close the door behind them on the way out.
Photographers, your 1 hour begins now.
Well, I won yesterday, and coming into this challenge, now that we're here and we know that it's architecture work, I feel like the pressure's really on because I've done a lot of real estate photography, but not necessarily architectural photography. So I really have to rack my brain on how to really capture this space with the straight lines and capture the essence of this to please our judges today.
I mean, for me as a photographer, the color red. The color red is amazing. It pops very good in the picture, and especially where we have a bit of a dull sky today, it will make for a great color pop.
Immediately, I'm drawn to the net that is on the 2nd floor in the ceiling, and I loved that it was this really unique feature. You don't see that in a lot of homes, right? And I also loved the playful aspect that it adds because, you know the kids live here. There is this beautiful picture window underneath it that really frames the forest that's really just right there, so close to you, and makes you feel like you're intimate with nature. And I loved all of those components coming together.
I've decided to collaborate with Sam and really sort of portray the storytelling of an environment that lends itself to being out in nature, seeing nature always with these windows, overlooking this beautiful view, and getting away, having time to yourself, and yeah, just enjoying the outdoors.
And there's a couple of us that are in here, and I'm really excited to be inside because I really want to see how this house works. It's just unbelievable to be inside a structure like this.
Nilton, this is the time when you and I get to talk about what we've seen so far. Now, you've seen a couple different images from the photographers. What do you think so far?
I think they did a fantastic choice for the location, and we're really looking forward how they're gonna post-product all these images. It's really good to see some other photographer, how they think about the house, how they see through like all these little detail. So I'm very looking forward to see the final works.
Well, Nilton, I'm thrilled that you're here, but how do you feel being here, being a part of this process?
I think my background as an architect really drew me to the architecture photography. And today I'm so excited that I will be able to see so many different talented photographers and then taking shots about these buildings. So I'm really looking forward to see the result.
Wes, we're here in the woods. Tell me about this location. You've chosen something that the others have not.
I'm trying to use the lines of these trees as like a frame for the house itself, but then to try to keep the house as a part of nature and include the sky. So trying to get everything into the picture here, and I guess we'll find out if whether or not that works in the edit. But
Well, it sounds like a great narrative. Now tell me, you've won the last challenge. Congratulations.
thank you.
So does that produce any amount of pressure in your mind for this coming challenge?
I do have some experience with like real estate and architectural photography, and so I really need to step up and produce something this time, whereas last time I have very little experience with landscape photography. But at this stage, I feel like personally I have to like prove that I can do this.
Right.
And not just for the competition.
So it looks like you have a really good combination of the aesthetic and the technical, which I think is going to bode well for you. So you have fun, keep shooting, and we'll talk to you soon.
How's it going, Paul?
Hi, how are you?
So do you think you have a shot to winning a challenge today?
I certainly hope so, but if not, then, it's been great to be here and shoot this amazing house.
I'll say that's a good attitude, and good luck with your work.
Thank you so much.
Sam, we're in the living room. This is day 2.
Yeah, this is a big day. All the people here are super talented, so obviously the pressure's on. Architectural photography is not really anybody's thing here, so we're all kind of on even ground, but it's a huge deal, it's a huge prize, and it's a huge opportunity to learn, so I really want to make it through to tomorrow.
Well, there's not too much time left. I want to make sure that you get your shot, so I'm going to say goodbye. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
Thank you.
Okay, all the best, Sam.
Contestants, you have 30 minutes left.
I noticed that the image is not coming out as strongly as I'd like, and it's not really going to represent a good architecture image. So I think I'm going to pivot and use another composition.
The environment that I shot it in wasn't exactly what I would hope for, but the image itself looks great. It's just a matter of trying to bring out the life and the energy in the picture to make it reflect, what the building really has, the shapes and the drama that the building versus nature has.
Photographers, time's up. Close your laptop.
Nilton, how about this net? Is this not the best place to review photos?
Oh, I love it. This is a great spot.
So the first picture is from Mark. What do you think?
I really like how they shows the whole building, not just one side of facade. There is a concern like the capture, the framing is too close to the edge. I think if you can show a bit more sky, that'll be even better.
He needs a wider lens, essentially. Now, I know that he can't move back physically because he's against the trees, but I would prefer to see a bit more breathing room, especially if we're adding text to the image. Okay, well, let's go on to number 2, and this is Sam. What are your initial thoughts on this interior picture?
I think it's a great perspective to see through from the interior to the exterior. So they give you these connection between inside and outside.
One thing I really like about this is that Sam made use of the net, the very net that we're sitting in right now. And that architectural feature needs to be displayed, and it's here. So I give her full points for that. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Now this is from Paul. What are your thoughts on this?
I think at the beginning I was a bit concerned about his choice because there's a lot strong outdoor natural light and interpret with the indoor light, but I think he handled it pretty well.
He used a nice wide angle lens. My concern is that he should have brought the ottoman chair, the footstool, in a bit closer. It's a little bit too cut off for me. Otherwise, it does show off the kitchen nicely, and an added advantage, it shows off the woods, which is really, really good. Now our next one, Shalini. This is another exterior, and I'm glad we have a good mix of interior and exterior. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think this is great. There's like 3 different spots. There's a natural trees on the right side, and there's a river view from the front, and also shows a bit of interior, a hint of the interior. So this is a really, really good spot to choose.
Yeah, I like the concept a lot. My concern is that that white and red door needs to be in frame completely or out of frame completely, like you said, because when it's in half, it's just not saying anything. Another point against this image, which is a shame, is that she photographed it with cast and crew in the picture. You can actually see our filmmakers recording. So that's the issue I have with this, also because of the rain. Now, that's nothing that she could have controlled, but ideally, maybe she could crop up to get rid of the rain soaked aspects. But I like the composition, but there's a few technicalities that really make this not sort of worthy of a magazine.
I agree. Yeah, that's really good point. And if you crop out those rain spots, you actually crop out the door, and that will give you the stronger element of the 3 different scenes you want to display.
Okay, so we're going to flip to a vertical now. This is our last photo. And this is by Wes. Now, Wes won the competition during the last time, so let's see what we have here. Your initial thoughts?
There is a thoughtful framing on this picture because he's using 2 trees to like sneak peek to this beautiful house, and I think that's a really good approach. There's a couple spots for the deck area. It's a bit too dark, where we lose the detail. And then I think that just little things, if you can like light it up those areas, this will be a great photo.
I do appreciate the negative space with regards to the lower part of the picture with the greenery. That would be good for text, but the problem is it's not balanced. So if this was meant for a magazine cover, then we would probably want to have a little bit higher, more sky negative space and a little bit more green negative space to have essentially to have the house in the center.
Yeah.
So I feel that the composition is good. I think he should have actually raised the camera up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. That's really good.
Yeah.
Good point.
So we have a tough job ahead of us.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough job, but let's do it.
Okay.
Photographers, regardless of who the winner is or the loser, I think you did an amazing job. Now, I've been an architectural photographer for 15 years now, and I really enjoyed looking at your work. But alas, only one of you will win this challenge.
And the best in architecture goes to...
Sam.
I was really genuinely surprised, but I got some awesome feedback from the judges, and I'm just really excited to take what I've learned and apply it to the rest of the challenge.
Congratulations, Sam. You are now guaranteed to go on in the photography challenge as today's winner. However, the photographer who left us feeling not quite at home is...
Shalini.
Shalini, we're sorry to see you go. But as a consolation, the good people at Photo Ed magazine have offered to give you a 1-year subscription and a gift pack.
I saw that the crew was in my photo, and I knew that wasn't a good thing, but I thought it would just be kind of slipped under the radar and it would be okay.
Photographers, you are each one f-stop closer to dancing with the mariachi musicians in Mexico.